Oh, this was meant to be a meme, but it actually worked out really well. Welcome to the sparkly vampire build in Dungeon Crawler. The basic premise was get a sparkly disco ball with a vampire character and then make everything gold and rich and opulent. So that's what I did. Here's the deck. It starts all gold. It's quite small because I spent most of my stuff powering it up because quality over quantity. So we have a small sword, which targets the enemy for 15 damage. We have the poison dagger. I figured, death, necromancy, poison would link in quite well. Obviously making money because they've been around for years. I'm thinking let's start here. The dagger, we have many of those. I actually love using the dagger. It's underrated. We have the paperclip, which increases strength, followed up by the hand of Midas, which turns fluff into gold. So we're raining more and more gold here, more glitter for our vampire bunny. If I just show you as well, actually, this is ice at the minute. I usually have that as metal, so I have a gold dagger. By the way, I put it as ice so that I didn't pick it up with my magnet claw. A ring of strength, and then we have the upgraded gold daggers. So these do damage for the amount of gold you have, and we have been building a lot. And of course, the disco ball that makes it all work, because how else can you be a sparkly vampire? As for perks, obviously we're playing as Count Clawula, who's the vampire bunny in this game, and who gave me the idea for this. This is a sort of a disco ball. We're using Bernie's claw to get more, Bernie's paw to get more gold, Squiddies so that I can use the tentacle, and then Scrappies so that we can pick up metal. We've got golden armor, obviously thinking of like Underworld here, and how Victor had his awesome gold armor. That's actually really useful. Again, coin token to make more. Alchemist coupon, recommend for any run you can transmute anything. Really good if you have the magnet. Or if you want to make something lighter with the gravity claw actually. So really useful. Plus alchemy is a vintage occult skill. They are lucky, a thief, life thief, whatever you want to go, vampire fangs, obviously, regen in health when we deal damage, critical healing also needed because this character doesn't heal as well as other characters, savings, more money, again, there's a lot of perks on here, deep cuts because obviously the power level of vampires, we are going into the boss in a second, but also I have a block token, that was stupid, this character can't block. Even if you get a token it doesn't matter, so don't do that on a vampire build. Because I made that mistake, and if you go back here, this is what I use for block anyway. So, back to the perks, we have Porcupine that adds spikes, that's like a counter. Really fun, count, like vampire. Sorry, bad pun. Hoarder, obviously they have a lot of treasure by their old age. Especially if you've seen Dracula's castle, it's gorgeous. Healing token, I needed more healing items on this run. I generally get that as my first choice for every run anyway. Brute force, because we all know how powerful vampires are, especially if you read Fat Vampire, that's a great book. And magnetism to make my magnet more powerful, and because they have charisma. So let's go in to the boss and see how he does, my little sparkly vampire. And if you're wondering why I have the keyboard up here, it's because of my disabilities. I find it a lot easier than the actual keyboard on the laptop. So we're going in for a sparkly disco ball right off the bat, and it'll pop up in front of him. There we go, now he's got a bit of shield, and this is why the magnet works. Look how much this picks up. But it won't pick up the hand of Midas, so everything that drops in there, fluff-wise, will turn to gold. So here we go, look at all that. Basking in the vampire wonderfulness there. And yeah, he's got a tiny little bit of health now. This is a really quick way to deal with the boss. So take some more money, ready for the future floors, and watch how much damage that gold blade does. 255 on a crit. There we go. I have won with the sparkly vampire in 2 or 3 turns. It's ridiculous, but so much fun. Honestly, meme builds are my favourite thing on this. I've played for so long, but I've completed the game now. Yeah, but I hope you enjoy yours. Obviously, it says I've unlocked his paw, but this is the second run through. I'm going to go ahead with Endless, and I'm going to focus on things like Vampire and Pets, because obviously familiars, and obviously there's all of those legends, particularly from the Bram Stoker era, with bats. So we're going to go into another fight now, and I'm just going to go until I lose, so you can see how I made my choices and how this build works a bit more. But it is overpowered. I did make a few mistakes. Again, grabbing the shiny disco ball first, because we can't be able to call them without it, right? I suppose I remembered that name. I tried to get into Twilight. I just couldn't. Right, so here we have snowballs, or we have a cat carrier. I always get the cat carrier. It's just a weird little habit. I feel guilty if I don't. But now he has a little familiar, and cats are aloof. I'm a cat person there. They are arseholes a lot of the time, so, you know, it suits a vampire. Oh god, she's got stuck. Alright, we're going to have to knock her off with some gold. So, in we go. And you can see how much the magnet grabs. This is why I think everything in my deck, apart from the Hand of Midas and Queen Puff, because I haven't had time to fix her yet, is gold. So let's see what we've got in here. Jackpot room. Oh! See, that's the look of a vampire. I do think a luck token affects in here, you know. I only got the jackpot once. It's really really hard to do, unshockingly. That was dumb of me to say. So the double-bladed sword. I'm going to skip that one because it actually harms me as well. It works really well with Dolly, the voodoo pincushion one. Oh, and another Hand of Midas. Oh, missed it. As you can see, we've got well over 1,000 gold up there, nearly 2, so that's really buffing the gold sword. You could probably do a run just with gold swords at this point, if you wanted to. So what have we got? Okay, luckily we have a tentacle in here. Sometimes we get a mystery room and it's with the magnet and it has all these spikes in. Yeah, that's an ouch. But let's see what we're getting in this one. And she's cardboard because I already unlocked her, by the way. A whistle, summon a kiddo. I'd say that counts as a familiar. We'll go with that. I'm going to do the boss first because I've got, well, not the boss, but this fight. Go for the disco ball, the same. But because my health was full, I don't want to go into Granny's room yet, because it might be an opportunity to grab more gold and power up these even more. This should be this game over for him. Like I said, on this bit, it's just so easy. Oh, it's pretty close. Poison would usually kick in there, there you go. And then one more grab, and that is it for this room. But since we haven't lost any health, I can prioritize gold to power up those gold swords. First, we need to pick a buff. I'm going to power up my familiars. Then we can go in here and get the most satisfying reward that works for us. So, go for a piggyback with a hole. Oh, yes. Yes, I love that. And Granny Bunny is so cute. So, ascending another floor, we will go for the blacksmith. So this is going to be a few upgrades, but I do have to be careful how many I do, and depending on what floor, because obviously I don't want my money to go down too low, because that means my attack power goes down on this. But yeah, that very worth upgrading. So we've done those, and we go back into battle. Oh, this squid one, this thing's hard. I don't like the inky water thing. Drives me mad, but we'll save our kitty from that mud. Cream Puff is far too cute to get covered in all that gunk. Oh, you're not even going to get to see the mud because this build is so quick. I didn't actually get my disco ball first this time, but you know, there's enough weaponry here for it not to matter. And the arrows above their head mean they were going to upgrade anyway. So picking a weapon because we think vampires would have an armory. Right, let us see what the percometer gives us today. Oh, there we go. Obviously. Oh, weaklings though. Everyone's weak to a vampire. So that was a tough one. If I could have both of them, I would have. Right, so both the cats are together. Obviously, I'm going on a rescue mission. Oh, come on, come on. Double kitty! Right, and now, usual plan. Go attack, attack, attack. Obviously, the cats are my shield for now. I could also get the disco ball, but I'd rather stagger that. Not that I need to. This is a difficult one. The pearl's obviously jewellery, but it doesn't seem to fit the vibe. And no pearl necklace comments. We're not in that kind of Twilight era, so enough money to re-roll until we get something like a Ring of Strength. Increased power is always good with the vampire. Again, battle first, before I go to Granny's room. And yeah, same old strat. Do let me know if you're going to try this build, or if you have any other really funny builds. We have another one on our channel of the Burn Bunny Blaze, that's quite fun. And a Caroline Fluffington one. Again, really fun. She's my favourite character aesthetically. There are a few I have in mind. I did do one, but I didn't record it, so if you want me to do it again, I will. Where I could only make choices based on what Nurse Joy would make from Pokemon. So that was mostly syringes. That was quite fun. But yeah, here we go. Bit of everything. And we're currently on floor 26. And we are going to Alchemist so that we can make these pick up a ball with the Magnet Claw. So we make it metal. And the kitties too. Well, the pet carrier. Obviously the kitty won't be metal, that will be a bit OP. So here you go, metal, everything. Yeah, I do like the little bunny wizard here. I didn't really understand alchemy to begin with, but it does have a lot of perks once you've learned the different kinds of build. So, blacksmith time. Do I want to upgrade? Why not? We've got plenty of gold. I think as long as I keep it over about 700, I'm okay. So obviously we're in the 2000s. Floor 28. This is very close to my highest run, so I need to be uber on it, uber careful this time. So disco ball straight away, because I can now pick up the cat carrier with my magnet. There we go, and he's picked up. Oh no! She's stuck. I hate when that happens. Am I going to have enough to free her? Oh, it's the only time I don't want the enemy to like get wiped out. Because I want to be able to knock that in, so that'll be easy enough to do. I don't know why that matters to me, but leaving that one down there as well, that was a misplay. But I have Cream Puff now, and Cream Puff looks like one of my cats that makes me uber happy. Re-rolling here for something a little more vampy, and we found another familiar. I did also think about doing one where everything I pick has to be the first option. What do you think of that? Would you like to see that? Have you tried that? It could get chaotic. Especially because the tokens move. Brass Knucks, they up the damage, so yep, we'll take that. Can't really see a vampire actually using Brass Knucks, but maybe their thrall would. Right, try and grab two at once here. Oh no! Fail. Well, that was awkward. Let's see if we can redeem ourselves in this fight. See if we can get it done in just one turn. So we have a cat, we have a disco ball, we have Brass Knucks, a gold sword, and another weapon. I'm counting this as one turn. 2 grabs is one turn, right? I just love that the magnet picks stuff up as it goes across. Yeah, this is going to be a one turn. I've got my 2 kitties, we are redeemed. Fire extinguisher is useless, to be honest, unless you're playing a fire build. I don't know. The gauntlet's so good, but it just doesn't work for the vampire because it's a block one. Alright, so now we have games. Today it's giving us this Wheel of Fortune type thing. Obviously I want the disco ball, but I can't exactly make it do it. Oh, it's not a disco ball, it's a shield. Well, an antidote, I suppose there would be alchemists at this point, so I'll take that. And we'll go in for the fight with my favourite boss, actually, because I really like the design. I have a thing about moths. I think they're absolutely adorable. I even have a custom built one called Murph. He's beautiful. Creepy as. He has tiny little hands as well. Scares the hell out of people, which makes me love him even more. You can see that I am like a combo of Enid and Wednesday, if you've ever watched Wednesday on Netflix. Yeah, so again, more vampire options. Leave of the Pack would fit, but I feel like vampires more straight up for the sparkly build. And we'll do a little grab here. So if you like builds like this, please do like, comment and subscribe We recently hit 250 subscribers, and that's just, it's wild to us. We've been doing this for about a year, and in the last month we've doubled our subs. It means so much. We absolutely adore you. You are making our dreams come true, and we really want to repay that with more content. We'll be doing our first live stream next week as well, actually, for a game called Bleach Soul Resonance, which is just chef's kiss. Daz specialises in that one, and it's so good. Right, so once again, save the kitty. Yeah, another kitty. Is there no disco ball here today? Nope, no disco ball, but I want my cat. Will we make it? Yes, we got a kiddo as well. The kiddos are cute. Though, I am a bit worried because obviously kids are baby rabbits and most of these characters are rabbits. Are we just throwing children at the enemy? Let me know what you think. Could be a bit dark, but then if you've seen Mormons on our channel, you know we do dark well. So, leader of the pack is the most pet friendly. I would like to go deflation because it means you can pick up more. Also works with the anti-gravity cannon, which is a bit hard to get your head around. It's not my favourite, but in some situations it's just so good. So let's get rid of these weird little Plants vs Zombies wannabes. And the Rabid Hedgehog at the back. No! I dropped the kitty! I didn't get the kitty! I'm sorry, Cream Puff. I let you down. Right, again, let's do a reroll. Another Ring of Strength. We are getting very blinged up here. And sorry you can hear my phone going. We've got a group chat going at the minute about the new Riftbound set coming out next week, which we are very, very hyped to get. Yeah, this is probably one of my least favourite bosses, the TV head thing. I just find it a little bit weird, to be honest. So let's wipe it out quickly. We've got 2 cream puffs there. The maximum is 3, I think. I don't think you can go beyond that. I think it just gives them more turns. So a vampire regenerates, so we go with resilient, and again we're back in Granny's room. I always feel like there's so many of these once you already have the gold you need, but when you need help they feel so far apart. It's probably a psychological thing, but do you get that too? This is a fluffy bear, so no. Unless we were planning to have it like on the wall like Vlad the Impaler or something. But you know, we're a sparkly vampire, we're not dark and evil today. So we will get Cream Puff for our first grab. And for our second one, there we go, it's on top, so that's a much better catch. And you can see the gold is just rolling up here, which, that was a 627 hit, it's wild. For a meme build, this is so fun. There's some of the meme builds I've done I haven't even like uploaded, because I don't get through more than 2 or 3 rounds, and sometimes not even off the second floor because they just don't work. This one though, absolutely love it. And here's the anti-grav cannon that I was talking about. This can be a problem because it will throw spikes at me. But we did get a posh box, so it might be worth it. Let's find out. Poison dagger, absolutely, and again fire extinguisher is useless. So taking advantage of the fact we can leave that there. Oh, these are in a nice little cluster here. Oh, I ruined it. Sometimes it works, usually not when you're filming. I'm sure you know how it is when, even if you don't film, when you want to show someone. You can do something like, I'm going to leave this room without any if I'm not careful. So, focus. And you'll notice I stopped it earlier so I could grab the wand so I didn't risk overcrowding. But yeah, that was a bad play on my part. A ghostly connection that works with the supernatural world. I've actually been to a castle in Poland that had a ghost activity warning sign, a legitimate metal sign, kind of like the don't let kids cross the road or that there's wild animals signs. That was wild to me. Loved it though. Got to pet ravens on my lap. They jumped up and so friendly, such smart little creatures. I love them. Right, 2 options here, healing or ring of strength. Yeah, we'll go strength. He's already got some heal because obviously the vampire character bites back and heals for some damage. And once again, just checking that everything is metal. We have a glass one. All of the jewelry in this is glass. There is a really cool amulet that helps a lot. If you see that come up, it's on the purple background rare ones. Really, really good item to get no matter what build you're going for, in my opinion. But now we're going to have another little game. We're going to skip. Bargain, thief, deflation. I'll go bargain. They could probably intimidate someone. Or use... Is it called glamour in Twilight? It's called thrall weave in the book I'm reading at the minute, but... basically mind control. Grab what we need. Up the gold again. And yeah. Floor 35. This is wild. Like, absolutely beyond how high this joke of a build got. Maybe I should thank Twilight and Edward Cullen for the idea, but I don't know. They should introduce some sort of werewolf bunny so I could do, is it Jacob? Is that his name? Jacob something? So I could do the werewolf side anyway. I was always more a fan of the underworld type vampire werewolf side. But if you know any vampire or werewolf games that you can recommend, do let me know because I love them. We just got Lies of P on PlayStation, which looks good. And I used to have one spelled the old way, the Vampyre on PlayStation 2. That was really good. And of course the Underworld game, which for a video game based on a movie, pretty good. So we're going for another pet buff for our little familiar. One more upgrade section here. And these do get increasingly more expensive. If you see that, we're in the 3 digits now for an upgrade. I think I start off at between 9 and 17. Depending on the difficulty. I did do a Debt Level 20 run on this channel, which I'll put in the description somewhere so you can see that. But that makes the prices expensive at certain levels as well. Oh, we've got a squid again. You know how I feel about squids, which is weird considering I favour the tentacle claw quite often. But we have got a kitty. And now we have 2 kitties and we have our sparkle. Poison to kick in. There we go, that's the water I don't like, and it just dropped either ice or broken glass. I think it's glass shards in there which will hurt me. Not enough to kill me at the minute, but they do become quite dangerous. So that was a lucky one. Nothing here. More poison, we'll go with poison, like the dark, festering, putrid, aging. That's how I feel every year that I have a birthday anyway. I hate aging up. Though it was a good birthday a couple of years ago because that's when Daz proposed. But normally, I don't like the idea of birthdays. I would rather sit and work. I'm terrible. Right, so I want him to do an upgrade to this. It's been a while since we got a new character. And I also want to buy the supporter pack. Hang on, let me just pick one. We'll get a weapon for our armory. You don't really get anything for it, I don't think. I think it's just to support the creators. But this game's given me so many hours. I love the fact that you can actually do that now. I wish you could do it with books as well. Like sometimes I'll buy an extra ebook on a different account if I really, really like what the author's doing. Sometimes I have Patreon that helps, but this is a good option that you can buy through Steam. Right. ISO is tempting because it's called castles, but, you know, vampire lore is universal. Gold dagger to complete our collection. Though sickle would have been my next option because of Resident Evil Village. Reminds me a little bit of some of the enemy zones. Obviously you have Lady Demetress and her very cool daughters. Though I always was a Heisenberg fan more. Let me know if you played that game, who your favourite is. Okay, so let's try this again. Let's not embarrass ourselves this time. 2 spikes, but still. Got one of the chests. Was it worth it? Was it garden shears? That's a bit weird. Someone else can do the gardening, we're a vampire. So we have our disco ball. We must... yeah, we're close to level... well, floor 40 now. That's crazy, to be honest. I really need to know what to do for my next build, though. I've played every character now, but I want some sort of weird strategy or challenge or something setting. Let's see how far we get with this one though. I love that this is basically a sea of gold at this point. I don't know why, but it's just so satisfying. All the shiny, all the Vampire Lord treasure. Oh, we're gonna lose our disco ball, but we got the kiddies. And a kiddo. And again, this is a boss originally, and now it's just there. Oh, but he got us. Okay, so that's it. Let me get this out of the way a sec. So floor 38 in 28 minutes. That's mad. 93 enemies killed, 36.5k of damage, some self damage, a lot of healing, 4.64, and 194 strength gain. Oh, and the highest gold amount was 2.93, and total 7.45. So that was the Sparkly Vampire build. Over here with Count Clawula, hard to say. Let me know in the future who you want me to do, and until then, like, comment, and subscribe.